other article something if you want to talk about
Yeah,
that.
let's do it.
So apparently California spent billions of dollars on homelessness and they like don't know where it went, like it wasn't tracked or anything. So tens
Okay.
of billions of dollars, nine agencies and more than 30 programs um were allocated. Okay, so actually, okay, as the homelessness crisis has intensified, California under government Gavin Newsom allocated an unprecedented 24 billion to address homelessness and housing during the last 5 fiscal years. Um, and some of those programs did such a poor job tracking their outcomes that it's impossible to tell if, they've been successful or what the like results have been pretty much. So, apparently there's just no tracking of where like what kind of outcomes this money was able to produce really. 24 billion dollars in California. Let me see if I can share a screen so
Crazy.
this is less me just idiotically ranting. Um, The report evaluated five state homelessness programs and found two likely are cost effective. Um, Newsom's signature home key program helps cities and counties turn hotels and other buildings into homeless housing at an average cost of $144,000 per unit, compared to the 380 to 570,000 it would cost for new construction. So uh, the auditor found the CalWorks program spent an average of 12 to $22,000 per household, while a single chronically homeless person can cost taxpayers as much as $50,000 per year. That's kind of wild.
Wow.
Um, but for three other programs, the state hasn't collected enough data for the auditor to make an assessment. Yeah, so two out of the five they found some of those things, but for the three others, apparently the auditor can't even really make an assessment of what, the data is saying because fundamentally the audit depicts a bit of a data desert, the guy says, Senator Dave Cortese. Um, so, the lack of transparency in our current approach to homelessness is pretty frightening. So, yeah, guys, this is where the billions would go if taken away from, hey, let's take that 56 bill away from Elon and put it, give it to Gavin Newsom to allocate and we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's just funny because they're like,
Yeah.
guys, we did 24 billion for this homelessness thing and what happened? I don't really know. The money's all gone, but we're still here. I don't know. I don't know if the money's all gone. I don't really know too much. But yeah, guys, look into this stuff further than what I have currently done. What do you think, Christian?
Well, this is interesting. So I'm gonna share a tab. Can you see my screen?
Go for it. Share screen.
I'm already sharing. Can you see it?
No, I don't think you're sharing yet.
Oh, that's weird. It says I am. All right, let's try this again. All right, so
There you go.
this is a chart that shows homelessness in Los Angeles, um, LA. So this is not all of California, but this is in LA over the last the final data point is 2022. And you said the 10 billion was over how many years out?
5 fiscal years.
Okay, so that means probably since 2019,
Yeah.
the 10 billion was spent. But you can see since 2019, the homeless population in LA, which is the most populous place in California, um, homelessness has only increased since 2019.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could say that, oh, well, if you didn't spend the 10 billion, that number would be smaller. It would be, or sorry, that number would be way larger than it is now. But since spending 10 billion over the last 5 years, homeless population in LA has only increased.
Mm.
Um, so kind of crazy that uh, it's possible where you can spend $10 billion and seemingly not address the problem. Like the results
Yeah.
of your spending don't seem to be effective, or they seem to be very poor, these results. So
Yeah.
not good, but yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
rough. Part of me wonders, it's like, is it just a challenging problem because, like, I mean, if you do live in a very, like, frankly, temperate place, being homeless is much easier than if I mean, like, Alaska's not gonna have a homeless problem. If you're homeless in Alaska, I mean, you're probably gonna be dead very soon just because of, exposure to the elements. But you know, LA and like Southern California just has great weather year round. So just being homeless year round in California is just easier. So it's possible that people are just flocking to California, and that's the challenge. It's not actually, may not be the fact that, oh, they're just doing a terrible job spending, and they probably are doing a bad job spending and addressing the problem that way. But it also, the cards, the deck may be stacked against them just because of the kind of the weather. Like it sounds, I mean, that's one data point. Obviously, providing tons of benefits to homeless people could be an incentive to be homeless in that area as well, right? Like if I'm living in Wyoming as a homeless person, if I'm living in New Mexico as a homeless person, and I hear that, oh, I can make, you know, $2,000 a month just being homeless in LA because I'll get a check from the county or the city or whatever. Maybe that's a good fiscal move for me, to just go be
Yeah.
homeless there. So, I mean, I don't know if that thought process is happening, but
It's
certainly
hard
makes
to
you
say.
wonder.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like things are that great, and taxes are only seemingly gonna go up. So it's just makes you wonder. Makes you wonder.
Yeah,
But anyways. Well, that kind of wraps it up, guys. Christian, do you have anything else? This may be the end
that's
for
it.
us. We,
Nope.
Christian and Alex, will see you guys in the next Drummer Time podcast. Take care.